Saturday, 20th of March. Quick recap of this week's trade alerts. Not a great deal happened this week, but we'll go through. We did have on the ASX, we did have a buy that was unfortunately stopped out, and I'll just recap that. Okay, so we are on the 4 hour. We got our direction there off the MAs. Down to our 1 hour. Had a pullback. Had our retracement, so all is good there. Waiting for our entry signal, which we've got. It's pulled back to the MA, so that's fine. Back on the 4 hour, MAs are still crossed, haven't crossed down yet, so that's still fine. So we were entered in there, stopped below here, and unfortunately we were stopped out there. And then on to back on the 4 hour, MAs had since crossed, so we now can't take any more buys, and we are looking short. So we're now short, waiting for a retracement, and we have not seen that yet. So possibly early next week. Hang Seng, okay. We collected selling way back on the 5th of March. Briefly crossed over, turned long, but we didn't get anything, and we are now back again. Short, waiting for a retracement. Now this is a 4 hour trend trade we use for the Hong Kong market here, so we stay on the 4 hour waiting for a retracement, and we haven't got anything yet. Nikkei is the 4-1 MA trade we use for the alerts, and we are currently okay. So we've collected back in on the 11th of March on the longs, and we have now turned short. Our MAs have crossed and given us our signal short, so we're down to the 1 hour waiting on a retracement. The CAC, we collected on the buys back on the 8th of March, waiting for a trend change to the downside, which MAs clearly haven't crossed yet, so still waiting on that. DAX is the same, still waiting for a direction change on that. We got in a buy nice and early and collected back on the 8th of March, so experienced traders could have been in and out another 2 times, but for this we just leave it at the one first trade each direction change. FTSE, we have changed. We are now down, turned short, MA crossed here. So we're onto the 1 hour chart, waiting for a pullback, which we haven't seen yet. The Dow, we collected on our longs nice and early, and also waiting for our direction change. Nasdaq, we have turned down, we're now short, and onto the 1 hour. Haven't had a deep enough retracement yet. Doesn't look too far off, so early next week, and as long as we stay in a downtrend, we should get entry short. And the last one of the index markets is the S&P. The 4 hour trend, now that actually did give an entry in Friday's session, but was filtered out. So you can see we were looking for longs. We got our retracement, which has now been 38% on the fib. We were given an entry signal, but MA filtered us out, and I take a break of the fractal, so we're out of that. We still possibly could get a long entry, but in the meantime it may turn short and start looking for sells on that. Sorry, we did have during the week we did hit target on the Nasdaq too, so that has now turned short, but we were looking for longs from here. Got our pullback, our retracement here was all good, given an entry signal in here, so back onto that MA which we got, stops below 1 for 1, so we've hit target up around here. And waiting for short, which it has now changed, yep. And the other trade we are long on gold. Has gone sideways a bit, but we are starting to move up now. We should have support now, a bit below the price we're at the moment, around 1740 even, and I'm expecting some resistance at 1760, then at the 200 MA, and then get through that. We've got a clear run up for quite a bit. Ethereum's the only other thing I'm looking at, but need to pull back quite a bit before we have an entry on that. And that's it. See you all next week.